Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay Thurston. I'm an interior stylist and teacher, and I make videos about interior design so we can learn and style our homes together. In today's video, we're diving back into my design style series with how to decorate mid-century modern. I'll be breaking down this style from historical significance to contemporary interpretations and tons of inspiration if you are pursuing this style in your home. As always, these are my opinions, so don't forget to share yours in the comments down below. Let's get right into it. Mid-century modern is the interior design style that took the world by storm from about 1945 until about 1975, and again in more recent times. Mid-century modern design is known for its clean lines, teak wood furniture, neutral palettes with bold pops of color, minimalist styling, and abstract artwork. It also produced a lot of timeless furniture pieces that are still widely coveted today. Hit its first tipping point in the mid-1950s, it was the interior design journalist and writer Kara Greenberg who first coined the term mid-century modern in her 1984 book Mid-Century Modern: Furniture of the 1950s. A great example of authentic mid-century modern interiors from the time period is one of my favorite television shows, Mad Men. Set designer Claudette DeDuel-Mann and her team filled the offices of Sterling Cooper with Herman Miller classics from the company's 1964 catalog, all vintage, no reissues. The period styling on this show is legendary, even down to the size of the apples that were allowed to be on set in Betty's colonial-style kitchen. Apples in the 1950s were much smaller and less spherical, and the set design team did not want them to look like the chemically enhanced, plump, round apples of today. You can stream Mad Men for tons of mid-century modern decor inspiration on Prime Video, Apple TV, or AMC+. Often when we hear the word modern, we might think that that refers to what's popular today, but actually the word contemporary is the word that we use to describe what's currently trending in interior design. Modern specifically refers to this mid-century modern era of clean lines and everything that we're going to be describing in this video, just to make that clear. Now that we've defined what mid-century modern is, let's dive into the history so you can see a little bit more of how it came to be so popular. Mid-century modern interior design originated in the United States in the mid-20th century. It was heavily influenced by the German Bauhaus design and architectural school of the early 20th century, which emphasized clean lines, functionality, and a futuristic look. After World War II, American cities expanded. New modern homes and new neighborhoods were popping up all across the United States, as was the demand for new modern furnishings to go with them. Concurrently, technological advancements led to the production of new materials, allowing designers to explore new shapes, textures, and colors. And manufacturing advancements made it possible to mass-produce furniture in large quantities, spreading design even further than ever before. Additionally, after World War II, many German designers relocated to the United States, bringing a lot of new and interesting ideas with them in the world of interior and furniture design. Mid-century modern design remained popular throughout the 60s and 70s, until the 80s when the Memphis Design School and other movements shifted contemporary design of the time. A few notable mid-century modern designers are Arnie Jacobson, Ray and Charles Eames, Florence Knoll, George Nelson, Isamu Noguchi, and Eero Saarinen. Now that we've gone over a little bit of the history behind this style, let's get into the design elements that make it so unique and so enduring. First, natural wood and wood veneer are a staple of this style, and teak is definitely the wood of choice. Authentic mid-century modern furniture is largely made of teak wood, popularized during this era for its warm tone, dense grain, and rich luster. Interestingly, mid-century modern designers' obsession with teak wood nearly pushed it to extinction. Old-growth teak, typically aged for 150 to 500 years, increases the density of the wood, the richness of the tone and luster of the wood, and it just gives it an overall character that's unmistakable. So much of it was used upon mass production of this era that it wiped out teak forests, which took too long to replenish when compared with demand. Companies continued to use teak despite this, but young teak wood does not possess the same richness or density of grain. It's much better to shop sustainably and find authentic mid-century modern teak pieces, a better overall value and quality level. Mid-century modern has long been known for a mix of organic and geometric shapes. Clean lines, both geometric and curved, reign in modern furniture and architecture. Clean lines just refers to lines that are unbroken and uninterrupted. We tend to associate clean lines with modern architectural and design periods, styles without a lot of excess ornamentation and more simplicity, like mid-century modern. Function over form. Although mid-century furniture pieces are undeniably beautiful in their simplicity, it's important to know that these designs are all about function. Each piece is minimal in styling and each part has a purpose, which makes it easy to see why vintage pieces are so popular even today. They were designed and built to last. Mid-century modern is definitely known for minimal decoration. Similar to Scandinavian design, mid-century modern is known for an uncluttered environment without excessive styling. You're better off investing in a few quality statement pieces like sculpture or large-scale artwork rather than filling your space with small styling trinkets and gallery walls. A mix of materials. Though wood and wood veneer were typical design elements of mid-century modern style, many designers of this era were doing a lot of experimentation with new materials like acrylic, lucite, formica, and even plastic. Lucite was originally designed in the 1930s, but was also used in popular mid-century furniture styles. Molded plastic and acrylic furniture like the tulip table and chairs were so popular then, and you can even find these at IKEA today. A typical color palette that you'll see in mid-century modern designs from that era and even today is a base of neutrals with pops of bold color. Think neutral walls, warm tone floors, warm neutral area rugs with more graphic, simple designs, and bring in bold color through unexpected upholstery or artwork. We've covered the design elements, now it's time to talk about 3 important design philosophies if you're trying to pursue mid-century modern style in your home. At its core, mid-century modern is about comfort and functionality paired with aesthetic, smart design. That's what makes it timeless and still in style. You'll also want to think about a seamless flow between inside and outside spaces. Mid-century modern architecture is often known for things like sliding doors, skylights, picture windows, anything to bring in more light and plant life from the outdoors. Mid-century modern pairs extremely well with other design styles. Since it's all about clean lines and smart minimalist design, it's an easy backdrop to layer in styling from other aesthetics that you also are interested in. Landscape palettes and textural neutrals modernize this style from its retro roots. Brightening a space with a backdrop of warm white, layering in textural warm neutrals, some plant life, can bring the mid-century modern into contemporary era. That said, if you're attracted to an authentic, vintage, mid-century modern vibe, go there. Check out my friend Jen Haskins and the adorable mid-century modern home she shares with her husband and pup Rigby. If you're a lover of authentic mid-century modern style, this home will make you swoon. You can find her on Instagram at Hello Rigby and online on her blog at hellorigby.com. We've gone through the history, the design elements, the design philosophies to keep in mind, and now it's time to talk about how to actually make this style achievable in today's environment right now in your home. First, build your room around statement pieces. Try to cut purchases with small decor items in favor of large-scale statement pieces like sculptural sofas or large-scale abstract artwork. First, focus on an area rug or investment sofa that will serve as the foundation for your seating arrangement. Keep area rug prints simple, bi-color, and graphic. Neutral area rugs don't pull the eye's attention away from sculptural furniture or statement artwork, which are the focus of this design style. Large-scale modern art pieces will bring cohesion and guide color palette selections around your home. On the note of color selections, do your palette your way. Although traditionally an autumnal palette or bold hue might take center stage, go your own way with your own color palette. You can make mid-century feel a lot more contemporary by tapping into some of the colors of the year like sage green or deep inky blue. Rely on a base of white for crisp contrast against statement furniture and art pieces. As for your upholstery color, lean into something bold or go with something neutral like a cognac leather and bring in color through artwork or accent furniture. Biophilic design. I shared a lot of these design principles in my Trends for 2022 video. I'll link that down below. Biophilic design plus mid-century modern equals perfection. One of the hallmarks of this era in design history was blurring the lines between inside and outside, as we mentioned before. Large picture windows, sliding glass doors, skylights brought the outdoors in, not to mention sculptural plants. Fiddle-leaf figs, Monstera deliciosas, weeping figs, and rubber plants all look fantastic in mid-century modern rooms. Now that you're revved up to do some mid-century modern design hunting, it's time to share some of my favorite resources for furniture and accessories. If you're looking for some new items to add to your home, a couple of budget-friendly options are Target. The Project 62 line is very mid-century modern and a lot of affordable, beautiful pieces. I've had some luck with all modern, although some pieces, maybe you get what you pay for. A couple of mid-range options that you may need to save a little bit for. West Elm, known for its mid-century modern contemporary vibe, as well as Article has a lot of different mid-century modern influenced furniture pieces available at a fairly decent price point. Our cognac leather sofa is very mid-century modern, and from Article, it's held up great as we've had it over the last 2 years. We love it. A couple of high-end options if you're looking to invest in some really quality pieces for your forever home. Rove Concepts has some absolutely stunning modern pieces, as well as Design Within Reach, which is the Herman Miller company owned arm that sells all of the reissues of those beautiful designer chairs that everyone covets in a mid-century modern design. If you've been on this channel for even a video or two, you know my love of secondhand shopping, and I'll always sell how you can find these things for less and higher quality by shopping vintage. Shop local vintage, thrift, and flea markets for teak furniture with clean lines. You can always find a steal, refinish the wood, have it reupholstered, give an authentic piece new life for a fraction of the cost of some of these new, lesser quality pieces. Thrift for large sculptural lamps and mid-century artwork and sculpture. Mid-century modern is so popular of a design style, it's likely you already have a few of these pieces around your home. Look for wood furniture with clean lines and warm wood tones. Swap out furniture legs for peg legs or hairpin legs for a quick DIY project. Don't have much in the way of mid-century modern feeling items? That's all right. Try saving up for one statement piece that's gonna shift your entire room into that mid-century modern vibe that you're craving. After all this information, you might be wondering, is mid-century modern the style for you? Well, here's my prediction. If you like minimal styling with clean lines and curves, simple functional living, and a classic style that's likely to stay relevant for a long time to come, this might be the style for you. If your styling leans more traditional, if you like a lot of decor pieces around, knickknacks, shelf styling vignettes, ornate furniture, and woodwork in your designs, that might be at odds with mid-century modern. That said, I have seen some beautiful traditional mid-century modern homes that incorporate different types of furniture, but of course that's kind of leaning more into transitional, so I'll link my video for that one down below. If you have any other ideas for design styles you'd like me to break down next, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe for more interior design and home decor videos. Until then, I'm gonna link a couple more design style videos for you to check out. Transitional style, if you like that mix of traditional and modern, this one might be the one for you. I'll also link my video on French modern interior design, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, my friends.